So, the new telescope in outer space is almost ready for operations. They've crossed a milestone here. We're going to read about it. Look at that. What an amazing piece of technology. Of course, that's just a render. Colossal Webb Telescope completes a phenomenal feat in space. In space. Thomas Zurbuchen can finally shave. Zurbuchen, NASA's Associate Administrator of its Science Mission Directorate, said he wouldn't shave until the James Webb Space Telescope, which will appear at the first galaxies and stars, along with fascinating worlds, was fully deployed in space. To fit the giant telescope on a rocket, it's half the size of a 737 airplane, engineers designed the telescope to compactly fold up. We'll see that in a minute. There's a pretty interesting demonstration of that. On Saturday, January the 8th, 2 weeks after the telescope successfully blasted into space, NASA and its Webb partners successfully folded and deployed the final major piece of the telescope, the second wing of its gold-coated mirrors. Now the telescope's honeycomb-like, over 21-foot wide mirror is in place. We'll see that unfold here in a second. I can't wait to shave, Zurbuchen said on NASA TV Sunday morning. That's funny. At 1:18 p.m. ET Eastern Time, NASA announced the deployed mirrors had latched into place, the final step in the deployment process. Zurbuchen then addressed the mission's scientists and engineers from the control room. How does it feel to make history, everybody? He asked. Look at that. What did they say? 21 meters? Man. All right. As well, if you can't see this, it's 6. Let's see. That appears to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 honeycomb-shaped mirrors put together, forming sort of a dome. And they are sort of gold in color in their tint. It's just amazing. This thing is huge. Here's a tweet from NASA Webb Telescope. NASA Webb is fully deployed. With the successful deployment and latching of our last mirror wing, that's 50 major deployments complete, 178 pins released, 20 plus years of work realized. Next to #Unfold the Universe, traveling out to our orbital destination of Lagrange Point 2. You got to see this video here. So this will show you from the launch all the way until what has just taken place. Let's see here. And you got to hear the cheesy music. Let me bring this up a little bit. Hopefully that's not too loud. But I'm going to talk over part of this. So you can see it's going to take off. We can skip some of this. It's not important. So the rocket takes off as you would expect into space. It loses its boosters. There it is inside. There's the telescope. Oh, there goes the nose cone. And that whole telescope is just folded up in the nose cone there. Now it's starting to level off. So we're in orbit now. There goes the main rocket in the back there, just released. And it's just got one small propulsion module right underneath it. Still doing final adjustments. It looks like it's just about in orbit now. And then you'll see it release, and then you'll get to see it deploy. It's pretty neat. So that releases. There it goes, floating out into space. Now you get to see the cool part. And I didn't completely understand what they were talking about until watching this, but it's pretty amazing how compactly this thing's made. So I imagine that's solar panels. And then you have the shade, which they'll talk about in a minute. The shade deployed here to protect it from the light and the heat from the sun and the light from the earth as well. Here's the side of it, one of the two side wings of the actual lens there, and you'll see that open up. The final of these two wings is what was completed. And they can begin fine-tuning to actually test everything. Boom, you get to see these two wings here. Boop, boop, and there it is, ready to go. Very cool. Let's read on. Once in space, the telescope had first had to deploy its tennis court-sized sun shield, which we saw, which keeps the telescope shaded from intense heat and light from the sun, as well as from the Earth and the Moon. Engineers unfurled the 5-layer sun shield over several days. All went swimmingly, though mission planners devised backup plans in case unfurling hit a snag or snags. Now the giant mirror is deployed too. It's over 21 feet across. Oh, 21 feet. I said 21 meters. It's over 21 feet across, over 2.5 times wider than the Hubble telescope's mirrors, to capture more light and hence see deeper into space. Imagine what kind of images we're going to get from this thing as soon as it's completely online. Though Webb's deployment is historic, it won't start imaging the cosmos for many months, until around June. Engineers and scientists have to fire up the different instruments on the telescope and ensure everything is working correctly to gather unprecedented observations. Next up, engineers will perfectly align the telescope's 18 hexagonal mirrors so they'll work together as a single grand mirror. And here's a little graphic of the aligning of these mirrors here. Once they're all aligned properly, they will get crystal clear images from who knows how far away, I'm sure. How exciting is that? Can you imagine in 6 or 7 months what kind of images we're gonna see? That'll be great. Oh man, that'll be cool. Anyway, there you go. Now you've seen that. That looks like it's set up similar to this. Obviously, this is deployed, but it's ready to go for testing. And then soon, 6 months or so, we get to see some great images for that. Some good news, something to look forward to. Who knows what this next year is going to hold, but that is definitely something to look forward to. Anyway, now you know. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good day, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.